Once we finish filling our modules as described in the video How to Create Fillable Forms with TDox, it will be possible to see filled modules within the web app. Everything we're about to see is available on smartphones and tablet. Let's go on the web app from mobile browser. Let's go on the menu icon in the top left corner and then on Reports. We can now click on Forms list. Choose a form or all documents. This option allows you to select columns and list. This option is usually used to see how many documents have been filled during a certain day. Therefore, it is now possible to filter information precisely. In order to filter information precisely, let's click on the name of a form, making sure we are clicking on the actual name and not on the checkbox, as the checkbox is used only to select more forms to include in our selection. Then click on Cleaning Service. Here we will find different filters. What we need to do first is to select the dates we would like to collect the data for. Other than this, we can also choose to filter results by operator's name, writing first and last name, or checking the box under operator if we'd like to only see reports filled by us. Results can also be filtered by customer and status between open, closed, aborted. There is also the filter items. Here you can choose between document, which provides us with all documents, events, which will provide us with documents in the agenda which have not yet been processed. Documents and events will extract both documents processed and those in the agenda still due to be processed. Throughout all filters we also have grids, and by grids, all those repeated steps we can set in our forms. By clicking on it, we can select a grid to export in our report. We can only export one grid at a time, while if we click on None, no grids will be exported. We will talk about variables and categories in another video, as they are quite complex. Once we are happy with our filters, we can proceed clicking on Confirm or on Reset Filters, in order to do not filter results by any filter. By clicking on Confirm, on the next page we will see all data according to filters we previously set. If our page is empty, with 0 results, it means no documents were filled in that specific date range, according to the settings we set. By clicking on Select Columns, we can then choose columns containing information relevant to us. Using the Research field, we can find specific information quickly, or alternatively, we can simply scroll the list until we find the option we are looking for. Remember that for complex objects such as product, we can find all data contained in our master data for a specific object. So once we found it, we can click on it and move it to the right by clicking on the right arrow. If we want to see all data, we can simply click on the double right arrow and everything will be moved under our list of selected columns. In order to remove a specific option from our selected columns, we can simply click on it and move it to the left by hitting the left arrow. Once we will be happy with our selected columns, we can click on Confirm. We can also change a column's name by going on the gear icon in the top right corner of each column, where we can rename it by writing under Name. We can also change a format for dates and numbers, and we can save our changes by clicking on Apply. We can also change columns order by simply dragging them around. All we need to do is clicking with our left mouse button and dragging the column where we prefer it to be. The report we are going to extract will be organized according to the position we put those columns in. Once we will be happy with the way we set our report, we can save those settings in order to always see columns we prefer and where we prefer them to be. In order to save those settings, all we need to do is clicking on View, giving it a name and clicking on Confirm. We can then see the views by clicking on Views in the top left corner and eventually deleting all those that we don't need by clicking on the related gear icon and then on Delete. Otherwise, we can simply click on the view and we will see it as we set it with all the columns we selected. We can change and save a view as many times as we want, and this one replaces the ones already created. Furthermore, we can create views with more forms at the same time. In order to do so, we can simply select more forms by ticking them on the checkbox they have on their left side. Setting the filters as previously seen and clicking on Confirm, all fields with the same name will be grouped under one column, while each unique field name will create a dedicated column. We can also choose how to export the relevant data. First, we need to choose the format. On the top right corner, we can choose between Excel and CSV. Then we can choose if we would like to export all data, which we can see by clicking on Export All. Otherwise, we can tick those forms we would like to export and click then on Export Selected. All we need to do after is heading on the notifications on top and download our report by clicking on Download Report. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on LinkedIn for future updates. If you have any questions, contact us on info@mightydocs.com or leave a comment.